practically every one of the top 40 records being played on every radio station in the United States is a communication to the children to take a trip, to cop out, to groove. The psychedelic jackets on the record albums have their own hidden.
This is a special question. We don't want you to smoke genetically modified ganja. We want you to smoke the real thing. We want you to smoke the natural herb. Some call it marijuana, some call it sensimedia, some call it lamb's bread, and some people call it ganja.
Welcome to another edition of the Adam Dunn Show. I am your host, Adam Dunn. I know the video's terrible.
Mark muted me, the motherfucker. He fucking...
Well, he was coughing.
He's so insubordinate, I'm telling you.
Dude.
Can you ask around at Cultivators Cup if anybody has any experience running a podcast?
Oh, dude, he can barely talk because he can't dab.
No, that's
Jesus.
That is obvious. That
Can
is
you make this
obvious.
bigger?
A bad answer. If we did, we would have a professional show going on instead of the hodgepodge thing we have happening.
Yes, the reason it's not professional is because I cough when I take a
you
dab.
like that?
That's the reason. I got it. I totally get it.
No. The reason is because I got bamboozled into trying to hook up all this fucking high tech looking shit here when I had it all figured out. And that is why we have a delay on the show, not because I'm just always late.
I'll give credit to Mark for that. That was Mark. That's what Mark said. He goes
dongles. I mean, I had every dongle you could ever imagine.
Hold on a second.
I was dongled up. So we are here at the Cultivators Cup. I am hanging out backstage.
Hang on a sec. There's no audio for the fans. Hang on a sec.
We have to start all over again?
We might.
Oh.
Yeah, no sound according to Mr. Baloney.
Have we been defeated?
We have. How about now? Somebody say something.
Mr. Baloney, tell me when we have frickin' sound.
We're back.
And we're back.
Oh, my God, Mark.
Welcome to another edition of the Adam Dunn Show.
Welcome to the Adam Dunn Show.
Oh, because you took the mixer they didn't even hook up to use.
Oh, he's been on fire ever since you left. You took his toy.
Now you're blaming me? All right, anyway.
Yeah, man.
I am here at the Cultivators Cup. I am backstage. I had everything lined up, and then I listened to somebody tell me that they had all this beautiful equipment here to set it all up. We'll talk to Jordan, the organizer, in a bit and put him on the spot. It's all his fault. I'm blaming him. And then I'm blaming Mark for the secondary sound nightmare. What happened there, Mark? What the fuck did you do?
Oh, well, I mean, the computer freaked out because, we had everything all set up for that other mixer that you took and didn't use.
Yeah, where is that other mixer? Is it on your lap or is it back in your hotel room?
Oh, it's sitting in your suitcase instead of being used somewhere.
No, it's back in...
Whereas it's not with you right now, right? Right.
No,
correct.
I thought because they had told me I wasn't going to carry this all around and bring a whole bunch of equipment that I didn't know I needed. So,
because I heard that Mark drove uphill in the snow both ways to bring it to you.
I had to.
Yeah, he drove uphill in the snow both ways to bring you this thing that you didn't even plug in.
The effort did not go unnoticed. Let me tell you.
Raise,
man. That's great.
Raise for Mark. No raise.
So welcome to the show. I am like I said earlier at the Cultivators Cup. I saw Tommy from Fish Shit a little earlier. He's going to be rolling in a minute. We have special guest Dante coming in a little bit later after he has Din with our buddy Jordan. So that should be interesting for all you Jay and Silent Bob fans out there, which I know many of us are. And then I think Dave's got Andrew coming in from Canyon, right? I think, or not.
He's at a charity. He's at a charity golf tournament right now, and Mr. Snagglediggin for the win. That was hilarious. He said, "You can't see this, Adam, but Dave was having his best show ever until the sound came back on." Put-um-bum.
Yeah.
Can I get a cymbal crash?
Nice. No. I like that. Yeah. I like that. Points. You get points.
Yes.
Points.
So
Points.
Andrew from Canyon Cultivation will be coming in a little later. He's at a cannabis golf tournament right at the moment. Mark, late as always. Good.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then, so tomorrow they have Cypress Hill, Method Man, Red Man. So this place is going to be, it would be impossible to have done a show tomorrow because I'm sure this whole bus is just going to be crazy, packed and loud and nuts. So we pulled it off, even if it's a shitty quality as usual. People are pretty used to that, I guess. But,
oh, geez.
I noticed we had some complaints. We had some big, should we do like complaint of the week? It's always Dave,
that's a good
90%
one.
of them, of course. But
what?
And then this one was, you like the complaint of the week, right? That's a good one because we always get like one or two. Usually we get like, oh, great show, had fun, laughed all the time, blah, blah, blah. No more chit chat, guys. We're not allowed
no
to
more chit chat. Don't talk to each other.
There's no chit chatting. This is not a chit chat.
Get right to the nuggets.
Get right to the nuggets. I want to have properly done interviews. I want this to be question, answer, question, answer, question, answer. Sponsor, question, answer, show, over. That's it. Anyway, that was my rant of the day. So apparently we talk too much about nothing, which we all know. That's part of our deal. But my deal, well, what I think is you got to listen really closely because secretly there will always be a nugget in there. Always. Even if we're chit-chatting. So
even if we're
just listen deep. Just listen.
Read between the lines.
Oh, yes. There's so much information that's just going right over you and under. You don't even see it. It's like the UV of information. That's our deal. You can't really see it. You can't really see it, but it's there, and it's very effective.
Yeah.
Okay, so and to add injury to insult, when I got here, they handed me this big box of, it wasn't for me. I don't know if it was for me. Maybe it was. They said, here's a judge's kit, check it out. But I think it was the last judge's kit that was available. So I didn't want to like break into it even. I just left it there. But I'd have to tell you, the weed looked pretty fucking good. There was, I saw what was being, I saw the number, I saw a couple of them. I can already say that there was a few that seemed to be clear cut, above the rest. But as far as like what I've seen in New England over the last few years, this was like pretty much up there in the quality. And the event itself, Jordan really put it together right. He was telling me he had 100 union workers yesterday putting stuff together, which he said there was 4 guys rolling up a hose, or 6 guys rolling up a hose, and 4 guys carrying a ladder. So it was done correctly. Typical union style.
So he had 100 union workers.
He
had 100 union workers and had to pay for 400 of them. Good. Typical union job.
Yeah, exactly. It was so typical, exactly. But in general, though, beautiful stage setup. I can do a little. I guess now I can do a little tour since we know that actually worked. But good, great stage setup. Sponsors were super happy. It looks like, this will become an ongoing event, multiple states. So nice. And of course, we discussed ADSI as a sideline project, so we could bring in the underground part of the cannabis world, which, we want that to continue. Obviously, you can't all go corporate. That's the problem of corporate cannabis is, once it happens, you miss the good old days, and we're going to try to keep that alive as long as we can, with events like ADSI, which is the Adam Dunn Show Invitational. So that means you have to be invited to come to them. So obviously we'll keep the bar. That's where we keep the bar high. And when we do the show, we keep it really low. That's our deal.
How does one get an invitation to the ADSI?
You have to earn it.
Oh, what are we going to do?
So
we have contests for people like Mike Denver. What would Mike Denver need to do in order to come? Because
he'd have to come through on one of his threats that he had threatened.
Strippers.
On us, strippers, or I think he had a few other ones too. He had a few other threats. Mark, why are you frozen on my side over here?
Because
YouTube?
your internet got really shitty as soon as people started showing up to your event and everybody using the same cell tower. Yeah, because you're frozen on us. No, it's not gonna. You're on the cell line, so we got what we got.
Okay, so now we're on frozen. We have frozen factor 12.
We hear you.
We hear you.
Okay.
We hear you. We see you. Can you
right.
Can you hear us?
I hear you fine.
All right.
We see you and we hear you.
Fine. Everything's fine on that.
I think this is
but there's no
radio.
visuals.
I don't know. I mean, I know we do have cameras here and everything, But I really do wonder how many people actually listen to it, audio only.
Your internet is so slow that I don't see you. Is that possible?
No, we're on Wi-Fi in Denver.
Are you on Wi-Fi all of a sudden?
I'm pretty sure we are.
Anyway.
Or on a LAN cable.
Anyway.
We're hooked up.
All right. But we sound good. That's all that matters.
That's right.
Most people listen to podcasts and don't even watch them. So, and if they do watch them, they know that our frozen images are pretty normal in these days, right? So,
right.
But nothing's frozen on our end.
Nothing's frozen on our end.
Oh, okay. Well, that's perfect.
So how was your second 2 weeks after, getting out into the world now that you're Delta negative?
It's been good. It's been good. So I went fishing with our buddy from Green Farms. Not that it was fun, of course, but it was definitely a little struggle. We went fishing down the Colorado River on 2 boats that he has that he uses for the one that he takes the vets out. So he takes vets out on the Colorado River. They take some trout fishing, gives them a whole bunch of gear so they get into the sport. And he wanted to take me, and he had some guests. He had some guys coming in from Oklahoma, and his friend Blake coming in from Michigan, and so he invited me out there. I said sure, and I came out. I went out very underprepared. I didn't bring enough clothes. I didn't bring waterproof clothes, and it rained about 80% of the time, and I just slowly got wetter and wetter and wetter, and I didn't bring enough food because I only brought a few little things, thinking we were going to do like a half a day or something like that. And we ended up
refilming Deliverance.
It felt like it. It was interesting because I had to get up at 5 a.m. to drive 2 hours to get to a place, to drive another hour, to go fishing for 6 hours, to then drive home and do all that. So and the thing is, that was the funniest part was, right before I lost cell reception, Jordan called me and said, "Hey, I bought you a ticket. You're coming." And I was like, "Oh shit!" I didn't realize. I up until that point, I wasn't 100% sure if I was coming to Boston or not. So then I knew I had to leave the next day to come to here, and so that kind of put me through. By the time I got home, I was shivering, and I was a little bit like, "Oh my god, this is like the worst night before going out to do something like I'm doing." But I made it through. I powered through and got into town here at 5 a.m. after a red eye, and got a few hours sleep, which was great.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Nice.
Muchos necessary. And I met Mark on the way and picked up a bunch of equipment that I didn't actually bring to use, because that's what we do around here.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mark,
He's
how it
very
goes.
And that's why we didn't have sound at the beginning of the podcast, so thanks.
Hey, that's on you, Mark.
Hey,
that's
guys.
all on you, man.
Guys. Let's relax on that.
Yeah, take it easy, Mark. Slow your roll, buddy. We could still hire somebody.
So I put the word out. The word out to get Tommy on board, and hopefully he'll come rolling in soon. And then I've got, like I said, I've got Jordan coming back and Dante coming back through after dinner.
Could you find out, are we supposed to call him Dante, or are we supposed to call him his real name, or is Dante his stage name? Brian.
Yeah, Dante's his stage name. I think that's what everybody's calling him around here. So I think we'll just stick to the old. I think his name's really Brian, but whatever. You can look it up online.
No, dude, I love Clerks.
It's all out there in Google World. It's all out there in Google World. I know, he was great.
He was a big part of Clerks. I had some, it's like I wonder, I'm sure it's on some behind the scenes thing, but I often wondered if they just riffed that. If it was like Kevin Smith walked in and said, "Okay, here's a scene, go," or do they actually have lines? Because it was an interesting delivery, some of the dialogue they had there, sort of like the way Mark, behaves.
I would bet on a lot of riffing. I would bet on like a basic Priestess kind of going, and then as it rolls out, you get that's when you get all the magic, right? It's when it's just something coming off the top, usually.
I'm pretty sure he's not even supposed to be.
When you have to learn your lines. Yeah.
I'm never doing a show again without you in the studio. I hate delay. I suck. Because I step on you, I can't hear, and it's all Mark's fault.
So don't talk.
Yeah. Oh, Oh, damn.
I think there's a lot less delay now than there was before.
There is, but it's much more funner when you're here in the office. You know.
Oh, so I noticed that that Mark's picking up a lot more gigs. Tell us about your gigs, Mark. What's this Bloom thing going on? What's going on?
Saturday, September 4th, I'm opening up Bloom here in Denver.
It's tomorrow.
Bloom 4. It's the 4th one of the season, of the summer.
For us older people, what's a Bloom?
It's a party, man. We're having a party. Lots of DJs.
Got it. And
Outdoor secure location. If you need info, just hit me up on the socials. I'll get you there.
That was code, right? Hit me up on the socials. I think he means contact me on social media, and I'll get you there. I think I'll let you know where the Grove, where the Bloom is going to be.
Yep, Bloom 4. And then, of course, I'll be...
Gloom. The Gloom. You're going to Gloom?
You going to Gloom?
Gloom.
Nice. Is that the Goth Fest or what?
No, man. Gloom, yeah, probably. A bunch of shoegazing.
Gloom, the Goth. Yeah, that sounds awesome.
And then what's after Bloomfest tomorrow?
9/11, Saturday 9/11, I'll be headlining the Harvest Fest.
Tell me about it.
The Harvest Fest. Where is that?
It's going to be in southern Colorado, down kind of by Moffett, Colorado.
Is that by Colorado Area 420?
Yes, it's going to be very close to Colorado Area 420.
So, you know what would be really cool is if the show did you a solid and we actually did our show from Area 420 instead of making you go there every weekend.
It's funny you say that. We're doing the Adam Dunn Show next Friday from Area 420. Oh, yeah.
See, that's the only sound effect we have because Adam has the box.
That's true. That is true.
That's a movie, Brandon. Dave got his groove back. You know, it's for all of you who can't see the chat. That I realize that if you listen on the radio, then you're not looking at the chat. Then when we comment on the chat, it's probably pretty confusing for somebody out there in Pod World.
It's hella confusing, and they don't know what's going on, and we talk way too much about it. But
we chit-chat too much.
We love the chat.
We love you guys.
We love the chat gang.
Yeah. It means if you're not...
We chit-chat too much. We chit-chat gang too much, obviously. Yeah,
I don't agree with that one.
You know, we're sorry if we get too personal with our chat gang, but we love them so much we have to include them in the conversation.
Even Rosendogs and Mike Denver. A Bloom job party.
Even Rosendogs, exactly.
What's a Bloom job? What is that? Is that like a
Bloom job
Dirty
is?
Nelson?
Dude, I'm not.
Mark doesn't even want to touch it. He's like, wait a second, I'm going to get in a lot of trouble.
If you don't know, you better ask somebody.
Why can't I shut off the closed captioning? I noticed that we have closed captioning. I didn't even realize that. That's pretty fucking cool.
It's not on mine.
I don't know. It's on your thing. See, we're talking to the chat gang again and totally breaking the fourth wall. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Can you ask Dante? I did hear a rumor that is it possible that there's going to be another Clerks? They're going to try to bring the cast back and do something now that what's his name got sober.
Hell yeah, dude.
Jay had some troubles.
I would imagine that it would be a good idea.
Yeah. And is Kevin Smith? Is he skinny Kevin Smith, or did he sort of become larger Kevin Smith again? I know he was going up and down. But the guy's brilliant. He should be doing stuff and like writing for Marvel. I like his stuff.
He's a good writer.
Yeah, man. Adam, it's your show, buddy. Get somebody in there. Walk around with the mic, man. Get the Cultivators Cup.
I'm gonna have to go and do it all myself. This is what's coming down to. It's funny because I asked Jordan when he left. I said, "Grab me some water and tell Tommy to come in here." Neither nor has happened, so I may have to go out and grab our buddy Tommy. So it's okay. You guys can all come with me on a trip. We'll go on a magical mystery trip.
Awesome, dude.
Like we did earlier.
Nice. And Andrew says he's pretty close, too. From Canyon well, maybe they changed their name. It used to be Canyon Cultivation. Now it's Canyon THC, right? Canyon Cannabis?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You got it wrong in your IG post.
You got it wrong.
No, I got it right. It's Canyon Cultivation. You sort of Canyon cultivated it. Oh, there's Smokey.
going out and trying to find. I gotta do it myself.
They're like, who was that guy in the back of my bus?
He just kept talking to himself.
Yeah.
We don't know what he was doing.
Fuck. Adam, can you get an interview with one of the police officers there?
Tour guys.
Oh, yeah, this is going to sound great. We lost his sound already?
No. We got sound.
Oh. It seems like there's a lot of booths and not a lot of people.
You don't hear me?
We hear you.
We got you.
Walk a little slower. Walk slower. You're not on Steadicam. It's very choppy.
Oh, stop it.
Slow your roll. Up, Frozen.
Up, Frozen. We lost you.
We lost you.
You're done. It's over.
It's now the Dave Charnick Show.
The Dave Charnick Show.
Hey, great.
All eyes and ears.
I feel like what's Garth from the Wayne and Garth when he,
yeah.
Wayne, help. What do I? So I guess it's time, Mike Denver, to tell a dead story. Oh, look, it's Danny Danko.
You're on mute. You're on mute. You're on mute.
You're Danny Danko. You're muted. Did you mute him?
I muted. Hey,
there you go.
Guess who's here? In the flesh. Oh, close that thing. Oh, yes. We have Danny Danko.
Is that Danny Kovidetsky?
Survivor. David COVID. Danny COVID. Yeah, Danko. That's his good name.
Kovidenko.
So we are here live. Look at that. Oh, Northeast Leaf.
Hot off the presses here.
Fresh.
Tannins and terpenes.
Nice.
It's our tannins and terpenes issue.
If you want, you can come with me over to the bus and we can go jibber jabber for a minute. Yeah.
This is concentrates issue here. All live resin, all kinds of concentrates here.
Nice.
My book.
Oh, we have the book, guys. Live.
Oh, shit.
There you go. Oh, shit. Now we're talking. That is Dave in the back.
Dave, we're live on the show?
We're live on the show right now. We only go live. You know, we can't record it because then we'd have to listen to it.
Can you ask Danko? Adam.
We have to listen to it.
Adam.
My show is taped and then heavily edited.
Yes, of course. And then they search for guests by looking at our shows. They actually listen to our show and their show, whereas we listen to no shows. Because they have to listen to our show to figure out who's their next guest, and then
damn! You have a burn button.
Yeah, that's how they. You know, it's all a large scale.
This moment.
So actually, I was just going to come grab Tommy, but I'll just grab you. No, he's not there. He's not there. We're on the show live. Let's go for 5 minutes. Just give us 5.
Adam, can you have Danny grab a book? Have Danny grab a book and sign it to Mark. To Mark.
Oh, we've met before. We met. How you been? Nice. Nice. We're live on the Adam Dunn Show. Oops, sorry. We're live on the Thumb Show. It's the Adam Thumb Show right now, actually. Nice song. Danko and Dunn. I don't know what
That's what you do. Pass a joint around with people.
Wow,
that's safe.
Nice link to it.
That's totally safe.
That's fresh. A little COVID. Little COVID. Was that a COVID joint or a non-COVID joint? That's weird.
It's COVID now.
Mine is pure COVID. Okay.
I like just smoking joints to the face now. Like,
yeah.
I used to do it anyway, but you know, kind of feel obligated to pass. And I like the whole circle thing too, passing the joint. But I'm kind of getting used to this, the whole Rasta.
My joint.
I got my joint, but I'll roll you a joint.
Right.
And you smoke your joint. We're still hanging out. It's still communal. You're just not sharing the.
Oh well, I break all the rules. I don't let other people break the rules, but I'll just break all the rules. I don't know. I just took a joint. Just passed one to me. I said,
yeah.
Sure.
Great time of work, Adam.
All right, let's go backstage for a quick. We're going. You like that? I'm sorry, guys. I'm not a cameraman. That's one thing I'm not. Here, there we go. Backstage this way. To the bus.
You need a selfie stick.
Yeah, you need a selfie. Actually, you need Mark with you in the future.
I got it. No selfie sticks.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure security is going to stop Danko. He does not have a pass on.
No pass. I know. Danko's like running around with no pass.
Can you escort with your laminate, though?
Like that, guys. Yeah.
You're taking Danko to the casting couch in the back of the bus.
Yeah, but they couldn't make it work. They couldn't make it work, so I'm back to where I was.
In the casting couch.
You're going to put in, I just freshly cleaned it, so you're going to put in that, and come on, right up your butt. You know how it goes.
This one goes in your mouth. This one goes in your butt.
Oh, where'd it go? Shit, where is it? Oh, here it is. I just cleaned that one for you. Boom. Yeah, and to talk and get a mic so we can.
We're off right now.
Oh,
No,
could you
we're on
imagine
right
if
now.
Danko
We've been
were
on the whole
sitting in
time.
Adam's
There
spot?
that
He
was
would
us
look
walking.
so
That was
huge.
us a few seconds ago. Look at that. It looks pretty bright out considering how dark it is, huh? Right? Oh, Dave. What do you think? Dave is inspiring. Oh, because he's looking good. Looking fresh. Look at him trim. Did you do Nutrisystem? Is that what you did?
Yeah, for the first 30 days. I sure did.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Dave, if that wasn't spoke.
No, fuck. Are you kidding? Everyone should sign. I did it because with Jason Kaplan on the Howard Stern show.
Yeah.
He's lost nearly 70 pounds already.
He lost a bunch. He's still going.
Yeah. I'm down to
We did pretty
225.
good on that video considering how dark it is out right now.
I'm trying to do intermittent fasting. That's where I'm at right now.
Well,
That's my life right there.
Mark asked
That's
the
what I do.
question. I didn't want to pass it on to you,
Snake
Danko.
diet. Yeah, never eat in the morning.
Listen, I'm a journalist, Danko, so you understand. I got to ask the question. Mark
I don't blame
said
the messenger.
Mark said he was pretty confident right now. He doesn't have to worry about, wasting away if he gets COVID. So it doesn't look like you lose any weight during COVID or anything like that, right? It's just your weight stays the same.
I mean, I think it's different for each person. I think it's different for each person. Everybody has their own experience. I'm down, 15 pounds or so.
Yeah.
My highest weight. So,
Good for you.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Well, the key, the key is.
I fat shame
like Danny
now.
said,
I
just
figured,
don't eat
what
in
the
the
fuck?
morning, and then have one good meal a day, and that meal is that much better. You're like, oh, saved it all up, and you get used to it real quick. Because that's the problem is people get into this like, gotta eat all the time, and it's like actually your body can only absorb so much. It's like plants. Like you don't want to overfeed plants. Overfeed plants, and what happens? They'll you actually. A lot of times people figure out like, oh, when I gave them less, they did better, and you're like, hello, it's understanding.
It's look at Mark playing with my son. Look, I got some sun for everybody.
Yeah,
Actually, the best thing
it's about learning where to pull back, and then you actually do good. What do you want? What are you on? You think you're on a show or something?
The best,
Danny Danko.
the best thing you can do, Danko.
Yeah, can we get Danny closer to the mic?
Can Danko get closer to the mic?
Closer to the mic. He's got this. There's no closer to the mic. He's wearing the headphones the same as me.
Well, no, it doesn't work like that. If you're sharing headphones, only yours is.
He's got one.
Yes.
That's what I asked earlier.
Only yours is the microphone then.
Well, that's no good.
Well, can you guys get close and share, kiss and hug?
Put it on this side. How about that way?
Does that work better?
No.
Yeah, I can hear something.
Yes, that works better.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You sound
All right.
good. Yes.
So,
now you sound.
Now we can't hear Adam.
Now we can't hear Adam.
There's people in the chat.
How about that?
Yeah. So the best
What's up,
advice.
chat?
Listen, it's going to sound terrible anyway, but the best advice we could give you is, according to Brandon, you just eat once every 10 years, and you should be fine.
Once a day.
Yeah. Once every 10 years.
Once every 10 years.
Yeah, that's it. No, actually, in all seriousness, best thing anyone can do if you're trying to drop weight is to download an app and record everything you eat. And know what your caloric intake is. And then after you understand what you're eating, regulate it to under 1,500 pounds.
Say, oh my God.
100 calories.
What have I done to myself?
Right.
1,500?
15. If you can start getting under 1,500.
1,500 parts per million.
No.
Yeah,
yes,
right.
exactly.
PPMs.
Your PPMs, right.
That's a light diet. That would be a light diet. 1,500 would be like on the light edge.
No, and then drop it to
You don't
1,200.
want to lose too quickly either. You want to just.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Well, most people push it like they go 2,000 ppm when they're babies. You know what I mean?
No.
Oh, he's talking about plants
Right.
now.
I'm doing. Of course, I'm trying to divert it so we don't get mad at us in chat saying, Jesus Christ.
But what you
I
said
cannot
earlier
come here
is
and lose
1,500 is too much when it comes to plants. I mean, if you're growing hydro, you're really going to kind of bump that down unless you're like week 3 to 6 of flour or something.
Right, the max. I mean, I've seen people go nuts. So I've seen people like, you go like, what? Wait a minute.
Over 2,000?
You're getting 3,800 parts per million, and the
Ooh.
plants could take
No burnt tips or anything?
certain varieties could definitely.
I think that's overfeeding. I mean, even if they can handle it, it's in there and it's not coming out. You know what I mean? Like underfeeding is better.
But like 2 is your max, 2 is your cap, and if you're right around 1,500, 1,700, you're good. You're good. You know, 17 would be like the very, very peak, and then everything.
It's been a long time for me growing hydro. Like I do the hand water. I'm a hippie now. I hand water plants and soil.
I do too. It's the way to go.
Yeah, but I remember the hydro days. I mean, I grew in Rockwell. I grew in what's the Aeroflow? You remember that machine from General Hydro? Yeah. I grew in that thing. I grew in, I did buckets, deep water culture buckets. Yeah, rainforest for sure, of course. That's the old.
That's the original sort of DWC.
Right.
And all of those things were so. I mean, the thing about growing that way is you can achieve maximum yields for sure, like better yields than you would ever size container. But you also run the risk of like crashing into the wall on every day.
It's like driving a race car.
It's like, oh, did you turn the pumps on? Like, oh, I forgot.
Too much stuff to monitor, too many monitors. And
yeah.
Temperature.
I mean, it's good because you learn, and you actually learn a lot. That's one thing I like, because you have monitors and because you're understanding the flow a little bit. You sort of see the yeah. You're gonna go into that. You're gonna go into that here. Yeah.
Right.
I'm wearing the wrong.
See the plants growing.
Right. So from a yield point of view and from a production point of view, hydro always makes sense. But from a consumer point of view and from a long term, if you want to sit on that weed for a while and cure it up nice and all that, organic is the way to go, because you see it come out in the long run.
But even with organic, I underfeed. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather underfeed than overfeed every time.
Mm-hmm.
It's an easier problem to solve because you just bump it up a little bit. When you overfeed, I mean, you're fucked, basically.
Yeah. And people don't get it. They're like, I keep giving them more, and they keep going. They get less. I mean, sometimes you get less of a yield, obviously, because your plants aren't maximized, and so you're like, okay, the more is never the answer.
And for me, it's not about yield either. So
yeah,
it's like quality is so much more.
Terpene quality is the key.
Slight bump down in yield if I get just a better flower.
Well, yeah, and coincidentally enough, most of those great strains aren't the best yielders because people figured it out. And they were like, because if it was, everybody would be growing it. And so what happens is it goes out of fashion because someone finds something that yields more. And then that makes people all of a sudden, now forget about the strain that was actually the good one. You know what I mean? So the good one gets pushed to the curb.
On that note, for me, one of the best sort of side effects of the whole concentrate craze is that, breeders are now looking for just terpenes, right? Like it's not, and it's about surface area to a certain extent.
I literally told this to somebody the other day. I was like, you don't want the tight buds, because he was like, I don't know why my yields are so low. I keep giving these people fresh frozen and I'm getting 3% back. And I'm like, look for the strains that actually don't look like you'd want to, like they're not easy to manicure. They're really like all over the place. And then that's the one you want to. He's like, really? Oh, I've been giving him like the nugs, you know what I mean? And I'm like, that's the worst, because you got less surface area right out of the gate. You got to break it up more, and it becomes more green, and you get less things. And so,
But I mean that like breeders are now, instead of breeding for the dense buds and the high yields, are breeding for flavor and surface area, which is going to be more sativa dominant, which I prefer in many ways, and just more flavorful and it's brought a bunch of new flavors to the fore that probably in the 90s would have been culled, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, or even the 2000s, because it's not yielded, not cutting it. So that's one of the added benefits.
For sure. And I think in the end, that's what's going to keep plants around that, like you said, would have normally been culled a long time ago. And I'm sure people are kicking themselves when they think about the strains that they threw away back in the day. Like, oh man, those would be the ones. I see we have a guest in the studio.
Yeah, we do.
Dave.
Andrew Iverson from Canyon. Is it Canyon Cannabis, Canyon Cultivation, Canyon THC?
It's Canyon. Just Canyon
just
LLC.
Straight Canyon LLC. Yep. Like Prince. It's one word and it says tons. Yes, right here. Well,
can you move the Zoom camera over a tiny bit to the right so I can see him? Because right now I only see half of him. Or he can move over a little bit.
What a terrible production value.
Just on the tiny bit.
You can put it on him. He doesn't.
There you go.
See
All right,
me.
now I can see him. Good. I only saw his shoulder.
So there was a rumor going around
before.
that started with a joke, I guess, and then became a rumor, and now is a question on a live show with thousands of people listening. But confirm or deny?
Millions.
Candy dildo, THC dildo, no. Yes, no, you want to? Because I thought it would have been a great idea. Adam really thought it would have been cool. Think of the photo ops. If you made a candy penis of just people eating it, Mike Denver he would enjoy it so much.
I think maybe testing.
He would start gorging on those things.
I don't know. Yeah, testing facilities would have a field day with that.
Right? Oh, think of the TikTok memes that would be going around of what would happen. You'd get so much free advertising. It would be amazing. I love these, by the way. I eat the whole bag.
It would be good in the series of the Suck It and all that stuff.
Well, yeah. Well, truth be told, I said to Adam,
it has an obvious name already.
I said to Adam, I said in our chat, I said, Andrew's coming on the show. Make sure we have the card that reflects that. He's going to be talking about a new product. It's called Fuck It, and it's a candy penis.
Well, last time I was here, you guys were we talking about the shove it or the
shove it
with
boof it. Danko, would you take a product up the pooper that was boof it? Truth, yes or no, Danko?
No. I mean, unless I had to. Prostate cancer stuff that I've heard of suppositories being used.
No. This would be strictly for pleasure.
Not recreationally.
Okay. Good. So then that's one no.
One no.
No, not personally.
All right, we got one.
It's a small market, I'm
sure. You put me down for a maybe.
Mark's a maybe. Excellent. Uncut Bush, Rousing Dogs.
We're gonna need some people to do some research for us.
Yes.
So we're gonna have to, pass it out so people can try it.
Right. The double blind. So sometimes it'll be candy. Sometimes it'll be the real thing.
Ouch.
So hey now. It's the Adam Dunn Show. Oh, they went black. Now they're sideways.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. So what do you got going on, Andrew? I mean,
show
us.
Well, in the Suck It world, right? It's this has been fun, right? This is 10 years strong, 12 years strong, right? The Suck It, Lick It, Pop it, Drink It, Vape It. It's changing. We're moving from that. Canyon's gonna get a little bit more sophisticated.
Drum rolls.
We have to become more of a national brand to people. Nice.
Did I see a Canyon, California?
You did see Canyon, California. We're making suckers there.
Right on.
And I don't have any of that packaging with me because it's all in California.
As it should be.
Where it's going to be, yep. So we released all that new packaging in California with our suckers.
Right on.
This last month.
Is it similar to any type of homogeny or totally just went a new direction?
It's totally different. We hired a company from Boulder, and we
I'm sure Mark could pull up Canyon, California, and we could get that new packaging out there.
Yeah, I wonder if that's on a...
I think I saw it on Instagram, because there's a Canyon Cali account.
So we're pretty excited about that. I mean, that's a big move for us, and California being the largest market there is. So.
All right. Is it a white label partner who's producing your products to your specifications, or is it some big name brand partner?
So we was Tim on the show? Did Tim come on the show a couple months back?
Tim, I don't know.
He was our COO. He is our COO.
It looks like it's just the old packaging here.
Go to their Canyon Cali on Instagram.
Yeah.
And it'll be there. I don't remember. I don't remember who was on last week.
Yeah. So we found a facility there.
Sweet.
That was all set up with extraction machine, with the kitchen setup we needed, with depositors, and so it was like a turnkey. We basically just had to sign a contract, sign a lease with this facility, with this company. But I mean, California doesn't come cheap, so.
That sounds like a home run, though. You didn't.
Yeah, it's going pretty good.
You shortened your runway.
Yeah, we did, and things are done very different out there, really differently, and I don't have much of a role out there. I'm kind of focused here on Colorado, which is nice.
Very cool. Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
Adam's out in Boston right now.
Yeah, I was wondering.
At the Cultivators Cup.
Oh.
And in the back of an RV, backstage, where a bunch of hip-hop artists are going to be playing. That was Danny Danko. It looks like Danny's going to run for him to get him some water at the moment. Totally lost his sound unless he's just not talking and not muted. Are you still there, Adam?
He's muted.
He is muted. Is that a traveling setup they have?
No, see what Adam did is he took most of Mark's fun equipment.
You mentioned the traveling setup. It's professional equipment.
Oh, I sent him there with plenty of professional equipment to get a really good, nice sound. And he didn't use any of it.
It's back at the hotel room.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
No, well, no, that's not the equipment. I was told
Is this my award?
I was told that there was all this great equipment here, which is all sitting in front of us, and it doesn't work. So I'm like, oh, great. So they set it all up for me, and I didn't bring mine. So,
Well, it does work. It just doesn't interface with Zoom, the most common, remote video conferencing software in existence since COVID. And so, why is that a problem, Andrew?
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't find
is
the
there
Instagram.
Something I can smoke with around here? What do we got? Oh, yeah, that'll work. Thank you.
Here is that.
Look at this. Post-COVID days. We can all
what is this?
get your own wipes. Wipe it all up.
Is that a dab
Danny
rig?
Danko germs are gone.
That won't work for me.
Do you have a
Get
pipe,
some
Mark,
Adam done
or a
some.
bong?
I have a pipe. It's small.
Oh, yeah, let's smoke this.
No,
Thanks.
we got this.
No, thank
There
you.
we go.
I just want to say thank you for this award.
I know, right?
It feels like an award.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Someone won an
Oh, you got
award?
the awards.
Who
And I
won the
looked and I was
award?
like,
Danny
oh,
Danko!
Yeah, I know. You like these? These are great, huh? No, those are actually microphones. They look like awards.
I thought it was an award too, Danko.
I thought they were bongs.
That would be something.
Award for best sound.
No,
on the Travel
we're not winning that.
Oh, no?
No.
Oh, okay, cool.
No. Hey, but you know what?
Yeah.
Now that you have
That's all right.
Danko, you have Danko
We
in the...
improved over. Hey, we improved over.
Your
we
house.
have improved over the Illuminar show.
Yeah, for sure.
No, the Illuminar was even. That was rough too.
That was
We've
rough.
We've had 5 rough shows in a row with sound. Pretty much. We're hurting. We're hurting these days.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Oh,
Yeah,
I remember.
because Adam had COVID and he was at the farm on
And
AOL.
I was.
Did
There
you tell
go. So it's been a
Danko?
rough 5 shows.
Did you tell Danko what we're doing on the 17th? A 2 weeks from tonight, a landmark Adam Dunn show.
1 week from tonight, right? Isn't it?
No, 2 weeks
2
from
weeks. Oh,
tonight.
thank God. 2 weeks from
Next week
wow.
we're in Moffat at Area 420. Look,
So we have,
Andrew is breathless.
Yeah,
Tell him.
I'm waiting.
Meow Wolf.
Sounds familiar.
Meow Wolf.
Yeah, we're broadcasting live from the
Who's
parking
waiting?
lot at Meow Wolf.
Wait, I think I'm going to be there. My
with
family.
Vince.
Is it like the opening day or
Yeah.
opening? Yeah, I'm there.
What, the whole day? Are you going to be there at 420?
Yes,
I
it
mean,
is.
I'm
Yes,
bringing
it
my
is.
kids, so yeah.
Sweet. No, we're going to have Vince on the show, the
this is
founder who he thought up Meow Wolf, put it together.